Joining me, I appreciate it. We are going to throw it over to Jogamo and Baby Bay hanging out in the smoothie bar. Take it away.
Yeah, we got the boys on the couch with us, and the other Baby Bay too.
Wait, who's in the front?
He's up here.
Wait, I'm taking that home. I'm taking that home.
You want it?
Yes, absolutely. That is mine now.
Yeah, it's yours. Well, you guys got a pretty damn dominant win. Chrissy's gonna get you the penguin to stand by with.
Finally, I get to cover my hairline. Why can't I play with this like Durka?
You could play like this.
Come on.
Can we see how that looks?
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Now everyone will know your name.
Finally. Finally, we're going to remember the confidence there. So you come in, you talked a lot about the roles last week. You switch it up again. New Breeze comp. You're playing the dive. You're playing the chamber. Should we expect that on more maps? Is that the future? What's going on with these discussions right now in the team?
No, we were just trying to experiment for this Cloud9 game. We took the opportunity to just do a little bit more experimentation.
Yeah, just try some more stuff out.
I'm actually the main entry.
Really?
Yeah.
It goes in and then comes back out, but it goes back in before I go in. That's how it works.
No. I'm the real Neon player
you're the real
on the
Neon
team.
player? Oh, how?
Can we settle
3
this
years
once
ago.
for all?
I think
No,
we
I'm
need to
kidding.
settle this once and for all.
I'm kidding.
I want you guys to play a round of rock, paper, scissors right now.
All right.
For
Okay,
who's the
bet.
Neon player.
On shoot?
All right, on shoot?
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
You.
Yeah, ready.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh,
my
no.
God.
Best of three. Best of
All right,
three.
Best of three, all right.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah, I can keep this up all day, buddy.
I got you.
He got it.
2-0, you're playing Neon now?
I'm done. I'm playing Neon now.
Yeah.
Or is this actually this is a psyop and you actually just wanted to play chamber?
He wanted to play chamber.
Hot dog.
Hot dog, though. Wow, instantly?
No
Yeah.
hesitation.
Hot dog.
You don't need ketchup on it.
No, okay, we're just
There's
going
ketchup
raw
right
on
there.
the
You
glizzy,
have it.
I mean, whatever you need.
You need ketchup. You definitely need the whole glizzy.
Wait. But I can't do any condiments.
No, you can do whatever you want.
Do whatever
you're
you
just
want.
dry.
Oh my God! What just happened?
No,
Wait, what have
Wow,
you done
bro.
to
I
it?
think we just killed
happened?
something. Something just fell.
That's all right.
Okay, but anyway,
I was distracted by your dogs.
Back to the real conversation.
The
As
real
you saw,
conversation.
he clearly won the rock paper scissors.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he is the main.
Okay.
He's the
Yeah, there we go. It's decided. He's
Yeah.
playing Neon now. You both
Yeah.
got dogs. That's Baby Bay. He's wearing a hat. So
you
now
sure?
we all know. Send loud.
thought I was
That's
king.
coming up next. We're going to figure out if it's really him, though. Can I see some ID? Faces. They had 2 editions.
They did kind of destroy. Saw some awesome moments coming out from Joe in that ace. Still stuck in my head as one of the best plays I think we'll see all stage. But it's high variance whenever you get a new map.
You don't want to leave it to a coin flip necessarily. With Summit being played, obviously you can tell there is a slight delay as we're getting into the game. Now, I don't know what the issue is. I'm seeing players stood up. I need to see asses in seats. I need to see this game get underway, but I'm sure we're going to be correcting it soon enough. We will be getting to it.
Yeah, you're going to go out there and sort them out?
Not really. I don't think that is under my job responsibilities. But
I think this match is so interesting compared to the one that we just watched because I felt like it was difficult to take big learning moments away from G2C9, whereas there is so much to learn about these two teams here. What last week from Sen, we saw the absolute flaw, right? They weren't playing with their IGL. They didn't have their full squad in. So the only thing you know about their performance against C9 is it can only get better from there, and they were still good enough to be able to get the win on the board. So now you get to see tons of different stuff about how John wants to call the team.
Appendix status removed is a crazy one.
Well, I mean, is it true?
It is. It's a fact.
It's
he's
literally a
back in,
fact.
and he is recovered for it.
And he's also an incredibly important player for this team. He's one of the legacy players of that incredibly successful version of Sentinels that played throughout 2024. Also, a guy who's had to shift his role around fairly considerably since that period of time. He was known as a Sentinel player, moved over to playing Initiators for the team, has moved over to playing Smokes, and had an astonishingly good start to this year. Do you remember when John was he had the hand of God? Everything he touched turned to gold.
Could do no wrong, really. Could do no wrong whatsoever. Looks like we got best people on it, to be honest, figuring this one out. On the other side of things, too, with this Loud team, I mean, we're going to be talking about it, I think, a bunch. But honestly, the injection of new rookie talent with Tigazine in place into this roster is, for me personally, I mean, I think it's exactly what Loud needed. Somebody who's able to flex onto multiple duelists for them. You're going to be challenged in terms of him playing Raze, Jets, Neon. But he's doing it incredibly well. He gives them the necessary flexibility that Loud have needed for quite some time. And somebody is just going to take over occasionally in rounds.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good point, because he's looked consistent in the maps that we've seen him play, and he's also looked like he's taken that fragging ability from Tier 2 and translated it very, very well to Tier 1. I mean, look at this. His damage per round at 156. He's also got the flexibility in terms of the duelist that he's playing. Doesn't seem like he's stuck in a one-track mind of, you know, he specializes in X particular duelist agent.
What a lot of teams are suffering from right now.
Yeah. So I think Takazina's been a fantastic addition. He's really been able to add a ton of firepower to a squad that wasn't lacking it, to be honest. It's just that you now have threats at the front and back of the pack with Takazine, and then Luxio, to be honest, is the other big guy. When we had Timotino on the couch and he was talking about this match, he said, Loud are winning this for sure. 100%.
All praise for Loud.
Is what Timotino said, because they have, what did he say? Did he say they've got God or something?
He's him.
They've got Luxio.
And then we started talking about Ye, and then we got called Unks by Timotino.
Yeah, well, that's what happens, I guess, when you talk to the younger players.
We're seeing the range here. Speculation time.
Yeah, a little bit of warm-up for Cortezia. Cortezia's been great as well for this squad. He's facing Brazilian opposition again today. These are the games that I always think of as being incredibly entertaining to watch. There is a lot of incredible Sentinel talent from Brazil. And from Les to Cortezia to Luxio, they're drowning in it, man. They have so many incredibly talented, outrageously mechanically gifted Sentinel players from Brazil, and watching them go toe-to-toe here. Would you have your money on somebody in particular between the two of them?
It's a great question. We're digging deep into the story points now, aren't we?
I mean, I think I'd still have my money on Luxio, but I really would not be mad if anyone had the opinion that Cortezia has.
Cortezia's just been incredibly consistent as well, though.
Yeah,
he
really has.
It feels like he doesn't really miss a beat.
He adds a ton of energy to the team too.
Yes.
I think when you're looking at somebody like Cortezia, you're looking at someone who can add a lot into the team environment that goes above.
Part of the reason why they said that they picked him up.
I'm
pretty sure it was Rob Moore that was talking about it, about seeing this guy stand up, inject the energy in, even when, I can't remember what game it was, but they were like 10-2 down. They got 2 rounds maybe. They were getting absolutely smacked around, and it was Cortezia that was still standing up, bringing the energy. It's intangible, really. You don't really see it, but you definitely do, I think, when the camera's on them. All right, we're getting into it, though. Agent select, and there's not going to be anything too crazy here. It's Lotus at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen some teams experiment with running double duelist. Loud just played against Crew, who played double duelist on this map, but instead both of these squads going for what you would consider to be the most standard, fundamental, principled approach to Lotus, which is this idea of having your hard Sentinel, having your Viper, being able to play extremely well on the defense side, but also giving you lots of options to play both fast and slow on attack. It's something that both of these squads will be used to. My eyes on the attack side are going to be firmly on John QT. I think this is such a great opportunity early on a map that rewards attack side IGLing to look at what he's going to do with this team. Is he going to call lots of fast rounds? Does he want to try to put himself in position to impact the round enormously as a lurk player, which he can do and we've seen him do in the past? What style does he want to run with, and how good does Sen look when they have their full squad actually out here on the server?
Yeah, a real test of form, really, is what we're looking forward to with this one. That's what this stage is really about, is making sure that you do look as best as possible before you get into that essential either play-ins, or if you're lucky enough, you've been playing well enough, all the way to the playoffs if you're able to skip it. It's definitely a luxury. A lot of teams have got their eyes on it currently, and these two teams, I think, are going to be also gunning for a potential spot.
I mean, if Sen could dodge the play-ins, that would also mean they dodge a rivalry revenge match with Kaplan and Caillou, the former coach and former IGL of Sentinels, who are currently playing for M80. That's what awaits Sen if they don't make top 2 in this group. And matches like this could define who even has an opportunity to contest G2 for that kind of spot.
I can't agree. I think we still have a lot of questions in terms of where G2 might be form-wise. These two teams might be looking to hold a candle to them, but for now, they've got to get through each other. And we could be looking back at this match right here, right now, as one of the more pivotal ones, I think, over the course of stage 2. What defines potentially your run of whether or not you can even make it to champs. But let's get to it. And Lotus, questions are going to be answered, no doubt about it. Eyes onto Sentinels for their attack side. How do they look after a big long break? We finally get to see the full roster put together.
And it looks like Sen want to take control of the game early. A B pistol round. But Loud have got people ready to receive.
Yeah, they do. Slow going for now. Just the 4 of them, in case there's contact with Paranoia being held. That peak, though, that's David just immediately putting a bit of hurt and laying it all the way down. But there's a nade at your feet, and you're going to have to respect it. Haunt not dealt with, Jerwin. Immediately taken out. Into the pop we go, though, and that plants. Deny for now. It's a lovely nade, just sails Koreans right into the perfect spot there, but a second go of things. Jonah. Planted. Finally now, into the post plant we go. Loud have got a lot of discipline.
Yeah, very grouped up at the moment from Sen, but now Godzilla repositions, goes and takes over towards B main.
Still with that Paranoia held, though. Looking for the util to be used by Loud as the door's going to be open and wide. Trying to pull attention away. Paranoia's going to be sweeping early here. Doesn't catch on to anyone. Jonah P lowers anything, and it's Tikazine immediately answers back straight away. Just trying to weave in and out, ducking within the pit. It's Sean QT. Getting the most done here, but it leaves it just up to Cortezia. 45 HP. He was unaccounted for a moment, and the shots going just far too wide. Time was of the essence, but Loud get it under control.
That is such a patient retake from Loud. They tapped the door. Sen took the bait, thought that they were fighting, wasted Paranoia, had to overpush. Getting caught with John's fuel expiring as well. And Jonah P just ends up out in the open to Kazim with an easy kill. Very good discipline from Loud.
It is, yeah. I mean, they squeezed every second you could get.
Yep.
Out of the post plant.
Really lovely stuff.
Do love to see it.
This is a team that's lacking quite a lot of experience. So having them play in a way that is this disciplined, it shows a lot of character, I think, for Loud.
Yeah, pacey at the right moments. Ton of util here, but it's all going to be steadily dealt with, really. Erde backs himself up now. More defensive position here. Flip of the switch, that door's going to be open and wide. This is just Sen. Definitely posturing.
Rounds like that as well also showcase the level of control that Erde has over the team, right? Everybody knows exactly what their job is. The newer coaching staff of Romanilli coming in as well, I'm sure helps with all of that. But if you're looking at the IGL versus IGL matchup, there is a massive experience difference between these two.
Yeah.
And John will be hoping to exploit that, but Erde's got his team on such a tight leash. And it works really well. He gives them the flexibility to make plays when required, though. Luxio is allowed to play fairly loose at times on his defensive anchoring and attack side lurking. And he may well get tested here.
Well, 2 players in through B. Looks like the goal is just to poke over towards A, but then send it to try and get that plant down. And there's nobody home on the B side, so you're going to be able to get the extra pocket change in the back pocket.
This is one of those rounds where you've got to make something happen in the post plant.
Yeah. We'll see just how far that discipline can go from Loud. They were very patient when they were trying to play this retake again. Not seeing any pushing, are we?
No, not being proactive about this one.
Letting the fight come to them. Season a nade, though. That is quite good, but you can just tuck towards a corner. That'd be a little bit worse for Ware, but still alive for now. Paranoia also going to be sweeping, blinded up, but Luxio anticipating the angle. Still Jonas straight there. Again, 2-piece already found. Luxio just trying to insert himself and announce himself towards that conversation. Cortezia in the slightest of blind spots for just a second, and it does make it deadly.
Yeah,
a little bit expensive.
That one was expensive, and I think the big difference there, Brennan, is that they disrespected the Viper Orb. So Loud's patience in the round 1 retake was partly just to get all of the fuel out of John QT's orb that he puts up there. And look at this. Jonah playing inside of it again, basically the exact same post-plant setup, but Loud weren't willing to wait it out this time. And they paid for it. So that's going to take a lot of the bite out of this bonus round. Erde coming in with a Vandal and Darker with a Bulldog. But this should be Sen's to take.
Got the guns, they're not taking any chances. It's full armor. Like said, it should be Sen's to take. All things considered, that's a crazy risk to be taken, but...
Yeah, just...
Yeah, that's with the rifle too.
That's a pure gamble on the bonus round there. They're just banking on the fact that his A players were telling him there was a little bit of noise being made. And just hoping that that was an A-lean default.
Interesting maneuver.
Yeah, walking out through your own one-way.
Yeah.
A one-way to put it. You won't see them do that on a round that isn't the bonus, though.
No.
Unless the brainworms have got them.
Yeah. That's Tickerson going to get spotted here by the Prowler.
I don't think Jonah's going to let him get this gun.
Well,
but at some point he has to give it up.
He does. He's defending it for now, but how much do you want to fight over it? That's the question. Because, again, Tickerson, he's no slouch. Sheriff in his hands. But still, Jonah P, good level of awareness here. Door's going to be open and wide. Luke Show, you sneaky lads. Waiting for the right timing over this one, but again, similar gameplay, and we're just, I mean, what are we witnessing?
I mean, that was a bizarre one. They hadn't cleared Darker behind.
I'm not going to lie, tripped me out for a second. I thought they were on the same team.
They hadn't cleared Darker behind the box the entire time, and then John's clutching his chest. I think it gave him a heart attack as well.
Yeah, that's a funny one. Okay.
The 6th player of Sentinels. I'm not talking about Tarek.
It's just, I mean, yeah. Confused me.
Yeah. Okay, that round, though, extremely light buy on the bonus from Loud, and Erda took a gigantic gamble at the very beginning, and it didn't pay off. So now we get to see our first rifle round. If this series is about learning where Sen are at with their main team, rounds like this are going to tell you so much.
Going back to the opening default here. Smoke a bit, bits and pieces of the util to see if he can lay claim to Mound. It's given up freely.
Jonah's been prioritizing getting that ult online, so Nightfall up very early here, considering it's a expensive ult.
You're hearing the Thorns, but not much else. Wondering where the setup could be. Just trying to see if they can fish for the break on the Thorns.
John clearing that high ground position as he scales
in. Cleared here, though. He needs to be in a very sticky situation, potentially. He's got the orb. He'll be able to cross. Just enough fuel in the tank to potentially just weather the storm. Meanwhile, ult's expended. It's going to be Nightfall scattering. Erde can't really hear anything, but still just going to be sidestepping into this one. But all that damage done. Barely alive. Sliver of HP. The Paranoia is just a last-ditch attempt to see if he can try and live in the process. Now we're going to see it. Season and nades. Going to be deaded early here. It's Joan going down from Tickerson. Brings it into the 4v4 to retake. Fast now. Off the cuff here from Loud. Already with that control over towards Waterfall, but they need to account for Redux's position. He gets a dink straight through the wall. He's really going to be backing up and away, trying to play off his team's pressure, but that orb in their face does cause difficulties. Redux is basically on an island here. He's going to answer in kind. It's domination from him. Now Vandal in his palms. He's making it sing.
God, Redux is one of my favorite players to watch at the moment. I love the risks that he takes in spots that are dangerous, and his raw skill is really pleasant on the eyes. I mean, that little one-tap there as he just swings around. Super tight angle. But also, John plays that round perfectly. And he really barely has any impact with his gun at all. But as soon as he identifies the team is that Loud are trying to re-clear him over towards rubble, he calls for his squad to accelerate. That's exactly how you want to play a 4-1 attack side. Your one player who's the lurker realizes, oh, if they're trying to threaten me on A, they must have a lot of bodies there. And that means that my squad can get in much easier on the C side. A little smile there from Ewok. He's happy about that one.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you be?
About as well as you could really hope for.
Yeah, well played Macro and the Sen players hitting their shots.
Loud. It's a counter forward. It's a lovely trade from Tickerson. He's straight onto that line. Redux is going to be punished as a result. Not before he did the damage, though. That gun needs to be reclaimed. He wants it. Smoke laid down. He's got the rifle back. John, though, not content to give up this space. The rest of his team is calling him back over towards C. Heavy prioritization over the showstopper.
No,
lovely adjustment. That was John surviving here. 49 HP, though, to Nade will at least sail overhead. Take him out.
He's done a great job, but this time Sen can't accelerate as easily because the Vice setup is right in front of them.
That's the difficult part, isn't it? But they are looking potentially to contact all the way in. Angles aren't being held. It's Cortazir who's the brave one. Putting on a brave face and a show of form. Slinger's not enough for the job there, but Darker, he's got a bandit. At least tries to level it out. Tickerson now in at 1v2. Damage done to Cortazir. One away from the showstopper for Tikazine. Same could be said for Jerwin.
Planted. Launching thorns. Thorns are alive.
Not that it's going to be playing a factor in this one. It's all Tikazine really seeing how he can take this in a 1v2. Got to be careful.
I mean, that setup in the post line is so good from Cortezia.
Walls up. Makes noise though. 25 HP. Steps forwards. Does Iso to fight down nicely. He's got a showstopper now. But no satchels. A pre-fire into the corner. He's left guessing. Not a clue in the world. That's all played for. Holding of the breath from Cortezia. He's on 9 HP himself. He didn't want to show even any signs of life. Not a sound. But now finally, it's all on Tikazine. He's got that half earned already, sticking all the way forwards and through for Cortezia. Swings, plays it well with the punish.
9 HP, the difference in that round, and that was with lighter weaponry from Loud. They definitely made Sen sweat about that one. But there were so many good moments there from both teams. I love the way that John plays it over towards Rubble. I can't believe that he's able to get back into that space as easily and still manages to get a kill out of this. How on earth has Erda missed that one?
It's absurd.
And Cortezia also loved the way that he's utilizing his utility in the post plant there and played the clutch pretty beautifully too. But Loud are keeping the pressure on despite the fact that they're now down a round. But these Rubble mid-round reclear fights have not been decisive for them.
No.
If anything, they've actually just opened up opportunities for John to either win the round through his calling or his individual skill.
So they've got big tools here that they could utilize to just brute force this one forwards. They haven't really gone for any fast plays. It's usually just been pump fakes and away, but now we're going to see it, finally. Bit of emphasis being placed onto it, but what a shot by Erde. Okay, straight to the temple. Jerwin's taking out Darker, flooding in off the team's pressure. Loud, putting on a hell of a defense. And just like that, the Sentinels' offense is just going to be crumbling beneath them. Redux, as the Spike has an ult, but really, he's got to hunt for a couple of individual kills, I think, to even just make it one step more winnable.
Yeah, I think if he gets a pick here, though, he might well commit the ult to this.
Might send it. Could be preempting it at the back of his mind. He just needs a kill or two to go his way and potentially could take it, but no. Double up there, bit of a high-low. Darker was instantly on the scene of the site.
What a shutdown. Loud looking way more comfortable as soon as Sen increased the tempo. Their reaction was immediate. They knew what they had to do. Instead of playing the retake like they were over towards B, Erda in that tuck position that Jerwin didn't clear gets the shutdown, and then everyone floods back in. Completely boxing Sentinels in. No space given by that showstopper at all.
No.
So it's probably going to be slower rounds from here on out for Sen, because at fast tempo, Loud have proven that they can deal with it.
That's brave from John QT. He's just making sure to break the bits and pieces of util over towards A, always keeping Loud guessing. It's keeping three of their players essentially tethered over there, but...
This is one of the few times, actually, where he's backed off in the first 20 seconds, though.
Yeah.
You know, normally he sticks around to try to break a boombot or break a haunt. This time the Prowler's going to re-clear over towards A, and Loud now have better macro ideas or understanding in this round than they have done previously. For whatever reason, though, they're not rotating off, even though the Prowlers are nothing.
The ones are going to be deaded early, though. Darker feeling pressured in a spot like this. He's just got that one smoke to really duck and weave away from, but his contact plays center, walking all the way in, and it spoiled a surprise. One hell of a surprise at that. Luke Shaw looking to see if he can plug up the gap. A lot of damage done. Dings through the wall, still squaring up, but that's still Garden forced to be respected now. Peeling all the way back and away. A lot of damage done, though. This Nate could do some serious work, and that's it. Target found and target acquired. Still, Jonah P gives up his life for the cause. The plant is down at least.
And it's bad plant as well. They have to play on site here.
Both players now, Cortezia and Redux, going to be forced into uncomfortable territory. Still waiting for the cooldown to come back online. There's a horn there, but as that, again, top of the head's just pointing directly towards the top. Cortezia and Redux doing it all on their lonesome, essentially. That was a very, very tough position to be pushed into.
Redux being able to be the supportive guy in that situation. He really can do it all, but Cortezia's aim is so sharp. You see him laser focused on the players coming towards him. You thought normally, I mean, his aim would have to swing away to break the horn. No, Redux has got his back. 100% trust from Cortezia in that situation.
Nice! Come on! Let's go!
Cortezia stays laser focused on the opposition and shuts down the retake.
It's a big one.
Loud are getting boxed out of these rounds. Early ideas looked good with the discipline on the B retakes, and now these slower rounds that are ending mostly towards C. Ewok's got the number, he's got them downloaded.
Yeah, but it is a Sen timeout, interestingly enough. So they hit the button off the back of, presumably in this round before the clutch went off.
That is strange.
When things went wrong, either that or it was a, I don't know, misinput.
No, I mean, it's a big red button. You can't miss the input too much, can you?
I don't know.
Ewok's leaning on it.
Scratching your elbow, you just you knock it accidentally. Could be funny.
I'm struggling to imagine what the timeout has been taken for here, though, because I actually think that contact play into C was a lovely idea.
Yeah, it was. It was good.
I mean, maybe he just wants to be proactive about the adjustments that they're making and try to keep Loud constantly on the back foot. But I'd say that right now, it feels like Sen have the better understanding of how the map's being played. The fast round they went for didn't work, but otherwise, John's pressure towards Rubble and the way that they're being able to get into C is really nice.
Yeah, real working of the map here from John QT. Sentinels have the right ideas. Whole bundle of util here, but let's get some enlightenment from the Sentinels side.
Guys, is gonna go down. Keep walking, boys. Keep walking. Drop your wall. Drop your wall.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, I don't see it.
Can you smoke? Can you smoke stairs for him?
Yeah, smoking. Could be behind the box.
Get rid of wall. Let's face with this wall.
I'm opening tree right now. He played ceiling last time. I've contact that blind.
It's closer.
Blind. Ceiling. One is ceiling. Ceiling and one open door. Open door.
I'll see. Gotta make a play. See.
Yeah, I'm blind. One B. One ceiling. You have C. Fighting water. Or ceiling. You should have C. One more B. Go C. Good. There's gonna be one water. It's gonna be fade. You alone.
Okay.
I'm running now. I have one thorn and flash.
They might go fast. I know you have a brawl.
You going to all? Or?
No, I'm not.
Alright.
I need to reload.
Cortez has one thorn. We can throw a flash for you. You do have full gas?
I've got no 20. Wait.
Can you get gas when you have it?
Yeah, well, I have now.
One water.
It's gonna go down. It's gonna go down.
Go down.
It's going down.
2 water.
I've got.
One more water.
Just hide.
I thorn. We're thorning. Amin has a gun. We can walk out with the thorn. I can flash for you behind you. I'll break. Cortez can look top side. I can flash. Flashing.
Sack me.
Ben. Top side. I'm playing. Off. You go first.
Last player standing.
Needs half. Count to two. You just go.
Nice! I mean, let's go. I love that you died so
Welcome back.
the second.
They are playing these situations so damn well.
That is nice.
That was a lovely little listening from Sen's side.
Nice.
Beautiful communication of things that they could do for each other.
Yep.
Not just things that they wanted to do themselves, but I mean, that was really nice stuff. I will say, though, this was a 5v3, and Loud spotted an opportunity to try to close out the round there and then at front B.
Bro, I love that you died so I can win the second. Bro, look at me. You died so I can win the second clutch of the day, bro.
But I get Loud when they're in a 5v3 like that. Tikazine fights front B and Erda opens the door C.
Yeah.
You do not need to try to force 5v3 rounds.
You don't. And it's ended up spelling to the defeat of Loud so far here again. Sentinels are going to be sending this one straight up through into the A site.
For as
No
much
fear
as
whatsoever.
Yeah, for as much as we were complimenting them on their discipline earlier on, they absolutely lost it there.
Losing track of things, but yeah, can't sing the praises enough for Sentinels off the back of that listening here. They are in a prime position now. Joe just one away from the ult. Love to get a little eco kill to his name. Something to look forward to as we get into round 10. This is essentially cleaned up at this point.
Yeah, this round had very few threats in it, and I think Sen know that they can go faster towards A on a round like this.
Joe should go hunt.
Yeah, even if he dies here, no problem really. He's just looking to try to get this orb online. Prowler as well to try to set him up. He's
not going to go for
not committing to it.
One enemy remaining.
There we go.
All right, good to see, good to see. Seemed like he wanted to back off in that situation and someone told him, nah, just go get your kill.
Send it. They got money.
Ooh.
Davy did reclaim the rifle.
That'll help a little bit with the money, but to be honest with you, it's rounds on the board that matter here. Yeah. Way more for Loud. They just lost a 5v3 that cost them 2 rounds because of it then contributing to an eco afterwards.
It was the 2v3 prior to, a little bit earlier on.
Oh yeah, it's all been player advantage situations that Loud have let slip.
Yeah.
They're not playing the early rounds too badly. They were offering, I think, a little bit too easy of an opportunity to get into C and get the plants down. But now they've started fighting over Mound a bit more aggro.
Really seeing Sen, I think, reaping the rewards of the break that they've had. They're looking nice. Pit's going to be layered down here from Loud. It's going to try and simplify the map ever so slightly. They're going to be sending this one again. There's no baiting at the wall. Joan's going to be sent flying forwards now with that showstopper. There's no blue room open for him to see if he can hunt down any remaining players, but they'll be happy with the space. Scales all the way forwards now, get the rest of the team involved. The pit of their own as well is going to be causing even more complexity for the retake.
Yeah, very specific pit there from John as well. Tucks himself in the corner with a lineup and then drops it immediately.
Okay, Nightfall's coming, and that was on the other side of things of that. We're going to see it. Smokes on smokes. Redix looking to see if he can create little pockets to play in here. Some carnage and chaos that can potentially thrive in. He just gets the one nade underhanded. There's a guessing game as to where these players might lie. Still Loud, retreating and backing up and away is what it looks like. Trying to save for another day. Another round on the board here for Sentinels.
These B retakes have all been about how John plays around his util. In the first couple of rounds, it was Jonah playing inside of the orb, and now it's John putting a pit down, and it just makes it so difficult to get back into B. These rounds that John is selecting are so specific to the ults that they have online. You can't do a B exec like that unless Jerwin has his showstopper, because otherwise you can't buy the time for the Vice Wall to retract back again. So the showstopper here, its sole job is to just like take all of the space and then hold it for long enough that the rest of his team can come in and help Jerwin. And then once they have that spot, the pit goes down. I really love the way that John's been calling.
It's a rookie mistake.
What was that alluding to? Not too sure. Loud though. Time for them to take a timeout. They were given a bit of grace, I think, when Sen took that one earlier for an opportunity to talk to the team, sort things out. But they are really struggling now. This is potentially the difference between 7-5, a respectable half, or one where you're getting absolutely shut out.
Well, they have guns and they have ults, so there's not going to be some kind of snowball happening for these final 2 rounds of the half. This is an opportunity for the coaching staff to come in and give them 2 good ideas to try to level this half out a little bit. A 7-5 half is fine. I mean, they won the pistol, so it's not great, but it's fine. And then you just have to rely on Erda to be able to give you a bunch of attacking rounds, or Luxo with the clutches, with the lurks, to be able to put you in winnable positions. But these last 2 rounds, they mean everything, and to be honest with you, both of them have to go Loud's way in order to make this feel competitive. Sen have been very firmly in control. The only rifle round they lost was that fast A hit where Loud looked extremely tight with the flood.
Yeah.
I think something they could improve on are these rubble reclear ideas. To be honest, it kind of feels like they've given up with them because the execution wasn't good enough. Loud have started also fighting over towards Mound a bit more, but Sen have not really been contesting this ever since they made the adjustment.
No. It was the early rounds, like you said, beginning of the half, but not much since then.
And beginning of the half, Loud were playing bunker setups on C.
Yeah.
Whereas now you see Vice swapping over towards A. Erda making it his responsibility to grab information on C.
Jonah. It's posturing like there are more players here, and this is crazy for them. All the way forwards, baiting the wall for the team. He's alone doing that.
They're making it feel like it's a B to C default currently. Loud are hearing these noise cues, and actually there's a double lurk potential over towards A. Again, now more fakes. Big call from John here, faking like they're going over towards A. The Prowler clears it out, though.
Erda, I mean, at least spotted. Top of his head. He's got to be careful. Does have the TP to get out.
I think Loud actually do have a decent read about this. The Prowler was
reclear
important.
on Rubble too.
Yeah, Luxio's getting deep on Rubble, so they're going to be able to stack bodies over towards C. Tukazine is in the perfect spot to give Loud a massively important round. Another fake.
We're going to be throwing ults into it, apparently, just trying to make the most of this one. Tukazini's running over towards it, but they've called it off ever so slightly. Still Sen. Prime now to pound straight through this smoke as it dissipates. It's going to be an nade. Sailing. Erda now under that pressure. A really hot position. We're going to see this one with a showstopper that just goes and leads, claims that 1 kill. Still Sentinels flooding in. The exchange of the fire here brings it into a 2v2, but time against them. Spike needs to be reclaimed. It's not been picked up. John doesn't have it. He needs to earn these kills. He's got to circle all the way back. Where is it? Top of the box. Finally gets it. And now we see it. Time barely online, but the plant is there. We see that extension once more. Luke Shaw just drifting into a horrible scenario, 1v2 for him to see if he can piece together anything. Try and get past these players already seeing signs of life. Sagemite's going to be good. Connects into the corner. John finding his time, just trying to play it down to the bitter moment. Time still being played here, but that swing by Jonah P.
It's so good.
It is. It's just on the right timing. That Lucio doesn't even anticipate any sort of trade coming through.
Yep, when Jonah doesn't immediately trade out John there, it makes it feel like he's going for a flank, going for a play, reposition himself somewhere else. And he just picks a delayed timing right as Lucio swaps away. This round was so winnable from Loud. I loved all the different layers of how John was faking where they were actually looking to end. The B fake from Jonah P was inspired because it pulled Tikazine away just when they thought they had it right and it was going towards C. At best now for Loud, this is an 8-4 half.
We kind of teed it up, didn't we? In terms of the IGLs, John QT versus Erde. Monumental difference in terms of the experience. I think you're seeing it made manifest. I mean, if you're getting kills like that too, it's really everything going right for you. Lucio is having to take risks here. He's way ahead of the door, just tries to take the fight forwards, anticipating that it could be just a solo player. Not the case. Loud are crumbling.
Erde might feel like he even has to take the risk and force the fight. Same with Davi. They don't have their own Viper wall to be able to escape, so Davi's got to back into B.
They're left guessing constantly.
Most of these rounds have been Sen digging themselves out of player disadvantage situations, which is remarkable considering that they're up 8-3, but this is one where they've got a 4v3, a player to the good, and they found the empty site again. I mean, just so much good stuff to say about the way that John's been navigating this on attack.
Season's going to be landing what I anticipated, but lucky for Sen, nobody is home. Still, John goes down in through at B Avenue. That's going to even it up into a 3v3. It's given Loud chances now.
And they're taking this very individually, Brent.
I mean, he's so far forwards. Who else is going to be playing here with him? Absolutely nobody at all. He's pulling Util out at least. They're going to be gliding back to the rest of the pack here. The Horns at least clearing a portion of the site, but there's a smoke in their faces. They're going to get past this one now. Jonah P, just 50 health to work with here, but he is shutting the door in their faces. Redux to play off that pressure once more. Davi left alone to his devices. A 9-3 half is what Sentinels have earned up. It's been clinical from them.
Switching sides.
Another spot where Redux just gets a play off a teammate. I thought it might descend into individualism towards the end, but Jonah dances on the edge of it so brilliantly. Like you said, baiting out all of that retake utility and then falling back into a spot where Redux can swing off his contact. It's remarkably well played. This is a very nice half from Sen.
Let's go, boys. Come on.
Checking all the boxes right now, this Sentinel squad. 9-3 currently, looking to take it all the way. And here, 9-3, Loud still all smiles on a lot of their faces, to be honest, despite the fact that they are down these 6 rounds. And again, bit of a correction from us here, but we're seeing it now. Lock in as well with a #1 VPN, Express VPN. Make sure to scan that QR code on your screens and get involved here. But it's the Sentinels that are looking honestly really, really nice. Finally getting a chance to stretch out their legs a little bit with John QT back in the main lineup.
Yeah, good to see. Their attack side calling, I think, was extremely good. They've got themselves up a 6-round lead, like you said, on their opponent's map pick.
Yeah, it's nice.
And you can see here a small correction from us. That was Loud's tactical timeout earlier on that was taken, where we were puzzled about why Sen would have taken one after winning.
Makes more sense.
Yeah. So Loud now with no tac timeouts to work with either.
Got to piece it together 1 round at a time.
We had so many questions about why Loud had picked this map when it was the one that they ended up losing to Crew.
Yeah.
But all right, fair enough. Maybe they thought the matchup would work for them. A lot of pressure, a lot of responsibility on the shoulders of Erde here to guide his team to some good rounds on the attack.
See if they're up to the task here. Jerwin is already ahead of most of this one. Holding down to that angle, but spotted out, but still locked onto the line. Damage done with that bandit. No kill claim for the second one, but still it's going to be pot shots raining down through that wall. What is here? Making him bleed, but it goes either way here. Jonah P also somehow dropped down to 1 HP. Door, it's going to be opened up wide. This is Loud, fully committing. It looks like if it was the A side, but they're going to have to bait out that wall for now.
Cortezia wants to hold his ground.
Yeah, moving forwards, but that horn needs to be dealt with, and now he has to weave backwards and forwards still. Bailout is in order. John QT from that high ground. Offers it all, really. Respite for now.
Oh.
Couldn't quite help out Cortezia, but still he's done some damage and more.
Yeah, that was a headshot through the wall.
Yeah. Brought into a very winnable spot. Player advantage here for Sen. Giving themselves up. Darker. Got his eyes on the doorway now. Knows it's been opened up, but that's Jonah P just playing this one perfectly, causing chaos and confusion. Trying to pull the attention away for these Loud players for now, but Darker's back onto the line. It's going to take some real sharp shooting on display. Instantly traded once more. And Davi, it's only 6 HP to his name. It's not enough to get anything done.
Well, this might be a remarkably dominant map here for Sen. Loud are going to be in a spot where I think they kind of have to force down 3 to 10 on their map pick.
Yeah.
Sen utterly in control since round 3, basically. A tiny little blip. A single rifle round lost. Otherwise, they've been immaculate.
Flattering them.
Digging themselves out of tough positions some of the time as well. In other times, really, really in control of the game. And Loud, they're not going to go to force. They're going to play to try to run this one all the way back, allowing Sen to get up to 11.
Okay.
Didn't feel like they got enough kills, perhaps, even though they got the plant money down.
And Sen are not taking any chances. 4 Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Judge in the hands of Jerwin.
Yeah.
No reason to really min-max when there's always a possibility of Loud forcing into it. We know they are not.
You don't need to get greedy. You only need 3 rounds.
Yeah. Playing this one out, though. Jerwin, potential for this guy to feast.
And there's no prowlers.
Oh, dear.
No prowler at all.
Loud gearing up to this. The one player you do not want to feed Alt Orbs to, and Jerwin could be primed for absolutely everything now. Oh, my. It's a blender. Thrown into the mix. Almost unlucky to not get a follow-up onto the last 2 players, but he's definitely softened them up for now. Got a follow-up and through. Cortezia spraying them down, isn't he? Hail of bullets barely whistling past the heads of these Loud players. They're getting the plant down at least.
Darker got an ear pierce in there, I think.
Yeah. Don't know how he's living in the midst of all of this one still. Making it really uncomfortable for these Loud players, and with the judge in his hand, it's not exactly a gun you can really take the initiative with. Being peppered from multiple directions, picked apart at the seams, the way that Sentinels handle it.
Well, if this is Sen's form on their opponent's map pick, what the hell does the rest of their map pool look like? This is immaculate stuff. It looks really clean.
They've not been wasting time in a break by the looks of it.
No.
We were talking at the beginning, I think, about this series, I think, being almost a statement of, can you contest? Can you potentially reach greater heights of pushing to potentially take a 2nd seed spot in your group?
Yeah, I think it's about, we've already seen the floor of Sen, right? Because we saw them without John and with Marvin, and like, okay, they're at least, and on their worst day, still going to be able to beat Cloud9, which is a crazy thing to say. But at their best, we have no idea. We don't know, honestly, what the ceiling of this team looks like in Stage 2. But I think you're getting glimpses at the potential, at the very least, of it here. Could they possibly fight for top 2 in the group? I'm looking at the score right now and I'm saying, why not?
Yeah. This is real clean stuff. I mean, calling on the attack side, switching over now. Haven't seen too much, obviously, of the defense, but bonus round now for Sentinels. For Loud, goes without saying, a must-win round. Just
no, I think you're right about that one.
There's a bridge I might want to sell you too.
We've seen a lot of comebacks across every region.
Yeah.
But
some one-sided Valorant.
I mean, the thing is, you can never really see them coming because they inherently have to come from dominant halves like this. I think a lot of it is going to come down to how well they can work the attack side. It's a similar kind of 4-1 idea coming out from Loud. They're meeting John on the defense side, who doesn't have a snake bite. This is a pretty weak side of the map over here. I don't think John's going to stick around for too long.
Yeah, Senna just left guessing, basically, in terms of where players could be at this point. Revealed now, though, when you see all that util flying forwards, yeah, makes it pretty abundantly clear. Plant will be going down momentarily alongside it. It's going to be calling for the Sentinels players to gear up, but all this util, lay it down, double thorns into the corner. Louder in a pretty nice spot here with a post. See how they take it. Sen don't have a lot in terms of utils. A Paranoia maybe to work with from Redux. Sees.
Yeah, nade over towards Tikazine as well.
Could be utilized. Doors opened up as well, causing distractions. It's Cortezia. That Paranoia does sweep, indeed, and that's going to be even more. So Sees and a nade potentially into the corner. Haunts overhead. Doesn't reveal too much at all. Kills it to flood in here and now, and Loud at least putting on one hell of a show. And a beautiful round for them. It is flawless, and it needed to be.
If there was any way back into this map, it would come with rounds like that. Being able to build up your economy, keep it in a really safe place, build up towards ults and start to snowball, sure. Yeah. All of that good stuff would happen, would need to happen for Loud to have a hope to get back into this game. That was around, though, with only Bulldogs on the other side from Sen. A couple of players almost getting caught by a nice Season 8 idea. But Loud persevere, weather the storm. Come out looking good on the other side. Cortezia picks up the Odin. We actually saw him doing quite a lot of this in their most recent game. I thought maybe it was just him testing it out on Summit, but he's been inspired by Brock.
Yeah. It's a hell of a punishing gun, I think, as well. If you hard hits start coming towards you as the anchor player, playing Senti.
And of course, Brock's been doing it on more than just the initiator.
Yeah. Trying to use it to its fullest. Doors are going to be opened up, though. Keep Sentinels guessing. You can see the way that they're maneuvering their pieces, players, shifting around the map. Trying to find the right places towards where this pressure might actually be real. Louder pumping a ton of bullets into this. They haven't actually baited out the Vice Wall.
No, it's not been a particularly successful default there over towards Seeing in terms of creating pressure or question marks. They're not threatening a lurk even. It's a passive hold over towards A from Sen, but it's exactly where Loud are going, and there's still 2-3 players here to collect.
Joan's 1 kill away from that showstopper. He's holding it down towards that blue room angle.
Well, it looks like they want to go here as well. You look at the positioning of Darker. They probably want to end B.
30 seconds left. Got to get a move on. Time now, you don't really have much else to play with. That is a seize. It's going to be sidestepped and avoided, at least for now. Jerwin hops up, and there's that kill. He's got his ult now, and there it is. Sends it flying, but immediately with the punish. Tikazine is sharp with it. Need to be rapid onto that approach, but John QT plugging up again. The gaps to flank. Managed in time. Lucho, it's all on you now. Bacana just in time. Not there, at least with the transfer. Big player advantage still remains. Tikazine, the rookie, a weight on his shoulders to see if he can find any sort of light at the end of the tunnel. Not likely. Now up to Davi. Bring around the roses here, finally reveals his position, and that is an immediate, no hesitation. Sen running straight up onto it. It's all recognized and all handled here. Can barely get themselves onto the spike in time, but Sentinels are just looking pretty fantastic, it goes without saying.
Yeah, I think Cloud make it too easy for them as well. The lack of pressure, baiting out the Vice Wall, breaking the Thorns, this kind of stuff over towards C, it just means that there's too many bodies here for them to be able to get through. Even when Tikazine manages to get the shutdown on the ult, they don't have the time on the clock to be able to go back to B. So that means that Darker's basically out of the round, just taking a random 1v1.
Yeah.
Hello, you need that. Joey, that's your mouse. Oh.
Yeah, those glass gates will do that. Just sent it flying.
He really did. All right, eyes on Jerwin. Can he still hit a shot after that? Is the hardware broken?
Is it all right? Or are we going to see pause the Technica?
Pause the Technica when they have 8 rounds to be able to close this out?
I mean,
please.
no,
I beg you. I beg you, no. Luxio's going to pick up the op here in an attempt to just change things up and find anything that works.
Surely got to be careful in a spot like this, but still just looks to gear up to take the fight. Not even posturing, just straight up. Trying to offload it here. But he skipped past it early. He's a TP forwards. No, he was tagged up. And Jonah P wasn't born yesterday. Davi straight there. This feels very much slapdash now from Loud.
But they found their way into C, and they're going to be able to get a 3v3 post plant. So, you know, the round is in no way one here for Sentinels.
Let's see across the board. Darker, bit of individuality there. In through the B side. Swinging through though. John QT. He's not messing around, is he? Pace taken towards it as he realized the plant was going down, but he's doing some damage in the process. Steel Garden. It's an unfortunate one. He won't have a pocket to play in. Just behind the pillar.
Redux that does, though.
Yeah.
Managed to keep the Vandal.
Exactly. Avoided it. Has a paranoia too. All baited. Time's still ticking. Bit of spam, but missing the mark on a few of these now. Sees. Dodged once more. Still there with a fight. Luke Show sidestepping. Happy feet, but can't really avoid much of that. John QT. The IGL now. These players are weak, but he realizes, I think, at this point, time has gotten away from him. He'll just look to see if he can make them bleed as much as humanly possible.
8 chances, down to 7 there. Loud coming into this one, trying to find a weaker C site, which they did manage to get into. Sen trying to mix up their defensive setups as well. They had a very heavy bunker setup in the previous round. Vice and Viper overlapping, mega defensive utility. This time they try to fight it a little more aggro. You know, get somebody out on mound, have the fade there with the raise. Doesn't work as well. They're going to have to take another eco. I say another eco. Might be their first of the map, essentially.
Senna being in a pretty prime spot.
Of course, with the classic eco weapon, the Odin, for Cortesia as well.
Yeah.
No, but it makes perfect sense.
Hey,
you put 4 pistols on one side of the map, 1 Odin on the other. It's about equal.
It is about equal, isn't it? Cortesia's not exactly in the right spot to potentially burst and beam them all down here to show a stopper. That one. Oh! Barely alive.
1 HP.
Yep. And a dream. There you go. Exchange of the guns. No messing around.
Bogdan's law applies to Odin's?
Straight up. Straight up. Any weapon. Swap of hands. They know what the deal is. Laos looking like they want to fight this one potentially aggressively. I mean, this position for Tikazine definitely feels like it. Tikazine's got to be careful in a spot like this. Heat potentially getting turned up.
Yeah, I like dropping back, playing a bit of a safer position. You don't want to potentially give away a gun there.
That is precarious. Doors opened up, at least covered here by Loud. And time, at this point, ticking away. I don't think Sen really have any more chances into this round, just with the nature of the Thorns being placed down. So, seeing Loud clean up the remaining players. We would like to keep these guns, though, as far as I'm aware. And, well, maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, still have 3 guns to be able to play with coming out of the back of that round, but it was a little odd. I mean, Darker playing that almost as if he was Luke Shaw and was looking to try to get up his ult.
Yeah, I mean, he's only got 2 ult orbs with his left there. So
I think at the end of the day, though, you literally just have to win every round. So they're going to have their backs against the wall no matter what. And they've got the plant money, they've got the kill money, they'll be fine. Jerwin now picks up the op. Cortesia, an infinite supply of these Odins. They can throw away one in the previous eco, and he's still got another to be able to work with. 6 chances for Sentinels to close this out. 6 rounds that would need to be strung together in a row for Loud to push this to OT. No big ults yet.
no.
Even if Luke Shaw gets his online, it's not one that you can build an entire game plan around. Maybe they could get into B and play some kind of heavy post plan, but getting into B is easier said than done.
It's false info. Gives them peace of mind. Trying to be at least anticipating it with well, he's pulling all the way back towards the side, but Prowler, okay, seeing it. Signs of life now spotted. Luke Shaw out into the open. Ball's going to be dropping down. Redux is going to be caught. Trying to TP forwards there. There's a cheeky play tried to make, but Loud are aware of it, on top of it all.
Yeah, I think they've seen him do that one before.
Yeah.
Tons of pressure now on Jonah P.
Now he's going to try and see if he can put a stop and a stunt this attack approach. Loud really trying to fly forwards here, taking it piece by piece, trying to dissect most of the... Sight. Sees up towards heaven as well, just in case there was a player there, but they're calling for the pause and a patience played. Ah, it's not ideal. Cordesia.
That was just as the one-way went down.
Yep, still you can just see directly underneath it, trying to at least transfer there with the Odin in hand, but now just up to Davi, and this is all over the map. Back against the wall indeed. Boombo going to be chasing him down straight at the heels. It is Sentinels winning 13-6 for our opening map, and that is one hell of a statement from them.
They close out Lotus the way that so many rounds in the first half went, pulling back what should have been an impossible player disadvantage.
Yeah.
So many mistakes from Loud across that map, and that was their map pick. They offered opportunities to Sen, and Sen were by far and away good enough to capitalize on each and every one of them.
Certainly were.
I mean, there were a couple of serious yellow, red card kind of moments there towards the end, to be honest.
We didn't have the props, and you couldn't see us anyway, but
we'll be throwing them out.
It would have been, I think, here. For Loud, they're going to see if they can dig deep and battle back on the other side of this one, but it is Sentinel's map pick of Breeze coming up after this. Earns another one back up. Jonah P looking to see if he can play off the back of all this chaos. Weaving in and out past the cove. And he's found his mark, found his timing!
E vai ter pressão pra cima dele, a equipe da Cru começando no lado de ataque. Quase! Mais uma, vem a terceira também! Tá com 10 de vida, mas ele salve do Les! I am here with Ewok. I had a map 2, pretty clean on that first map, but it's got to feel good seeing John Cutie come back and everything kind of get back to order.
Yeah, it's good. As I mentioned, it was really good to have Marv, but of course it also stunted a little bit of our progress that we were making leading up to stage 2. It's good to have him back, and we actually had some time to prepare for this game, so yeah, it's good to have him back.
If you could lead into any of that progress, what is kind of a hope for the squad this year that you can achieve?
Well, of course, we're chasing top 2, right? That's the goal, and we're going to work our ass off to make sure that we give it our best shot, and that's what happens.
Love it. Good luck, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, in the return of Sentinel's IGL and the first match with the full new team, it's a pretty great start here on Lotus, especially in that first attacking half from Sen. I want to talk about that a little bit to begin, because I think the execution, the team play, all of these facets, the details that can be hard to get right, were so impressive for a squad that's only just stepping in with their full roster now.
Yeah, I think Sentinels played a lot of these rounds where they sort of maneuvered the map, found a weak side, and then it just straight up hit it. So they ended up playing so many of these post plants, Emily, just with major numbers up.
Yeah, and it worked out every time, and I feel like because they were leaning towards that seaside, which you said they identified as kind of that weak spot, anytime, you know, they went into the sort of a team fight with Loud, it felt like Sentinels always came out on top just because they had the extra numbers there, whereas Loud, they were mostly playing 2 there each time, and they just couldn't get those retakes to really click for them.
Yeah, there were just also a lot of utility, I think, that Sentinels still had available to them in the post plant, whether that's John putting an orb down late in one of these choke points around the seaside or having some Vise utility. There were just endless layers to the defense.
Yeah, the way they cycled all of that too, you know, you have the Viper Orb towards that water area and then Thorns coming out, especially in those really late post plants when the bomb is like in these last few seconds. It just looked phenomenal.
It really did. On the side of Loud, though, I think that this was a pretty stark contrast. You're mentioning the positive team fighting for Sen. I think you saw a lot of the opposite, where we're seeing Loud go for a lot of pretty individualistic plays, and every time they gave one of these opportunities, Sen was just dominating them, sometimes even just in terms of individual mech.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of, like, even if you just look at the replay in that last round, there's just so many of these, like, small angles that Sentinels were playing as players are trying to come back into the site, and unless you have perfect spacing and trading off one another, you're just going to get carved up when Sentinels were shooting like they were.
Yeah, I mean, those pixel angles on that C site were brutal, especially when a lot of teams have been kind of just throwing that smoke on site and then playing those headshot angles. It's really hard to fight back into.
Yeah, what a map from John, though, returning after having to step away for medical reasons in week 1 of stage 2. He was an absolute standout for them early in the year when the team was struggling, and now stepping back into that IGL role, he's just as good as ever individually, Emily.
Yeah, and I think it really showed not even just the way he was shooting, but the calls that he was able to make. The last time we saw Sen play this map last week, they had a pretty hard time on attack. I think it was like a 5-7 half for them. And, you know, they had the right foundation. They had great reactions, great protocols, great team fights. All of that was there. This time around, though, they had the reads coming in from John QT. He was so good at identifying that C is their weak side, great at maneuvering the map and trying to bait some util out towards that A side so that they can end strong.
Yeah, I would sort of describe John's calling on Lotus in particular, very low risk generally on the attacking side. Like, you're not going to see tons of freedom from individual players to go find lurks, but what you do see is a pack mentality and a team that can adjust positioning or adjust which side they want to go off of just based on very small pieces of information the defense gives them.
Yeah, I'm wondering what you guys are expecting real quick for our map 3 here, which, or rather our map 2, which is going to be
Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't spoil the script to me.
Sorry. I was opening up for a second, but no, we're going to map 2. It's going to be Breeze. When we previously saw Sen playing on this map, they were giving us this really unique double duelist look, bringing the ISO into the mix. They played that both in stage 1 and in the EWC qualifiers. Do you think they're going to return to that, or should we expect a new look today from Sen?
I honestly wouldn't mind if they kept that. I think it worked really great for the players that they have. Seeing Redux and Jerwin kind of get a little bit more active in that dynamic duo, I think it could really throw Loud off.
Yeah, and honestly, it's just great anti-op technology. Having the shield, having the push wall, it's just so effective at making a defense player, like playing a Chamber or a Jet, doesn't matter. Like, if you buy an op, you're just kind of trolling, because you're going to be taking close angle fights almost all the time. It's very good at stunting that.
Yeah, especially against a team who's playing the default double controller Jet comp, which is exactly how Loud was playing this map the last time they brought it out. I'll also say for Sen in general, anytime they're putting a map that is just letting the double duelist players shine individually is when I feel like they look at their best. Week 1 against Cloud9, they're playing the double duelists, they're letting Cortez go wild. All of that has looked so good for this squad. But Loud in a bit of a tougher position. Romanilli, he's standing by with Riv to get his thoughts ahead of map 2.
Here was Romanilli before map 2. Looking at that map 1, it kind of fell away from you. What do you feel like was the problem that the team couldn't get going?
I think mostly on the CT side, we were kind of afraid to take space, to play a little bit more with the info. We were like playing too really passive. So I think mostly that's the fix we need to do on Breeze, and hopefully on the third map. From the T side was kind of like a few rounds, so it was kind of like a snowball a little bit from the CT side. So yeah, I hope we can fix that from the next match and bring the series to us.
What are you going to be telling the team?
A little bit more energy, don't be afraid to play, you know. In the end, everyone goes to Sao Paulo, so maybe like the group stage is kind of like more to adapt, know the pros and the cons of the team, and just play the game, you know.
All right, good luck, coach. Thanks so much.
Whenever I use Zowie models, I would say I just feel my element.
Demon 1 is good!
Without Nyack, the biggest difference was the ghosting. It was a immediate change. If you see something and it's not actually there, you're gonna miss your shot. Black Equalizer and Vibrance, I can react quicker to it, I can shoot better at it.
This guy is just spectacular!
With Zowie, I can always trust him, that I can just focus on competing. My performance will always be at the top level.
Zowie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I like all these maps.
Sen, I would say lock.
Lock.
3 years ago, maybe. I'll go ahead and lock that in.
Drop this map.
Split lock.
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 Drop. Honestly,
I got a love-hate relationship with this map. I guess I'll have to lock this one in too.
I hated splits since the beginning of the game. Angles are
Lotus lock.
lock.
Lock. Lock. Sorry, Lotus, you have a bad spot in my heart right now. I'll go ahead and keep you though for the good memories.
Decent map. I would say we're gonna have to keep some maps in.
Haven lock.
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 Haven lock.
Another lock.
Yeah, I'll keep it lock.
Breeze lock. Another lock. Well, damn, I'm like saying lock for all these maps. Breeze lock.
Drop that. Love this map.
Sunset lock.
Maybe lock.
I like Sunset.
Lock Sunset.
Sunset. Also lock.
Damn.
Yeah, Sunset, you're staying with me here.
Honestly, it's a pretty fun map.
Summit lock.
Lock. I don't got anything for summer right now. I think it's we'll keep it at lock for now.
Summit lock.
Summit, I never played, so I'm gonna skip it. Summit dropped. Goodbye.
Earns another one back up. Jonah P looking to see if he can play off the back of all this chaos. Weaving in and out past the cove. And he's found his mark. Found his timing!
E vai ter pressão pra cima dele, a equipe da Cru começando o lado de ataque. Quase! Mais uma, vem a terceira também. Tá com 10 de vida, mas ele sobe do Les!
Well, a lot to play for here if you are Loud heading into Breeze. Already getting a bit of a spoiler there. I can see one of the agents being played, which means we are going to see a different look in terms of compositions on this map for Sentinels. I'm a fan of it, to be honest. I don't think the ISO just has difficulties in certain portions, doesn't it? And looks like the meta is settling in a certain way.
Lee.
That is okay. Now
No,
that
it's not. No, it really isn't.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I can't lie. I wasn't expecting that.
No, I've got to be honest with you. When I saw the Phoenix, I was thinking, yeah, no, you're right. We're going towards
Phoenix,
the 100 Thieves comp.
Neon, yeah.
The Phoenix with the Neon, with the Cypher as well. Waylay on Breeze.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
It feels like too big of a map for you to be able to get anywhere with your dash. Where are you dashing to that's going to be safe? I guess into a cove?
Yeah.
Or something like that. I am intrigued to see what Sentinel's theory is once we get onto the attack side.
What is the plan?
Defense side, I can see tons of different ideas with it, right? Like you're using Refract early to be able to push out B or push elbow or something like that.
With it, the Phoenix flashes around the corner, things
yeah.
like that. Yeah,
maybe Joan will be up in a bit as well. Like I can understand on defense, the Saturate's always good on defense as well. But on attack, that is going to be intriguing. You can use it like a jet on B because you can get into the back area, but on A, surely you can't dash all the way to Pyramid.
Well, maybe. I don't know. You can get quite a distance. I was thinking that. I don't know.
Maybe.
You'd have to test it. But
I mean, we'll get to see it.
We don't have to test it. We're going to see it. Like you said, yeah, we're going to see what the theory is, at least on the second half of Breeze. And really, we should put some emphasis, potentially respect on the name of Loud, because they are the ones who have to really find a way forwards here, because Sentinels just dominated map 1. It is now going to Sentinels map pick of Breeze, and this is a decisive game, genuinely, in the grand scheme of things. We've been bringing it up constantly. They were talking about it in a coach interview, in fact, Sentinels, about their goal is to make top 2 in their group. If you get top 2, you get to skip all that mess of play-ins entirely. You get to watch the rest of the pack, you get to watch your opponents and prep adequately at it. So that is their goal, and a win over Loud will put them in a pretty dominant position to potentially do that.
But it is going to be that early walk down with the Refract from Joan. Looking to try to get onto a slightly more aggressive line towards elbow. Does make sense that you would use the Waylay for that kind of thing. Meanwhile, potential for a little bit of a trap setup from Redux as he's holding a position where he could pop and flash out. Otherwise, fairly passive on A from Sen. If you don't come towards double door, how are going to be able to get in, I think, for free.
Yeah, I'm going to see. Still going to be sent flying forwards here. I like this pathing. Different direction here for Loud. Calling for a bit of a pause, realizing that waiting for that wall to drop down. Taking up residency towards that double doors area. Now the plan can go down without really too many more problems. Sentinel's going to be playing a full-on retake here, Erde. Don't want to overstep yourself too much here, but already Joe, and that's going to be head rolling off the shoulders from Darker. Cracking shot is what I'd have to assume. Erde getting cleaned up as well into the extremities. This is not ideal for Loud. Overextending perhaps a few of these moments, and now the kills are really just flowing and flooding all the way in for Sentinels. It's Tikazine, Navi trying to do the most they possibly can from this spot, but that is Sentinels really, it looked a little bit too easy for them, dare I say.
It certainly did. The best teams on Breeze right now are getting aggressive and active in their A post plans. However, they're not doing it one by one in the way that Loud just did. If you watch 100 Thieves, for example, on this map, they're team fighting together, swinging off each other, little duo plays, trio plays. This felt very much like just a bunch of individuals trying to catch their timings, and Sen dealt with it really well. Loud are going to need a bit more of that team chemistry to show itself if they want to disrupt Sen on the retake.
Tough times for this team.
The previous composition the Sentinels were running, arguably even better on the retake, actually, because you have the wall coming out from the ISO. Still got the Cove to be able to play around with as well. I could see more trap setups, more aggression with this one, with Redux playing the Phoenix. But for now, they're just backing up and allowing Loud the space on A.
Yeah, I'm giving them the plan, so it's a nice bit of extra money.
I mean, the thing is, they've got 5 classics here, so I don't think this is the round to judge whether Loud's post-plant aggression is going to look the most coordinated or whatever. You know, this is one of those rounds, actually, where you just want to take a bunch of timings and see what you can get done.
And they'd love to bleed a bit more time off the clock if they can, but this looks like sent forwards now. The call is made, Sentinels. The rest of the pack going to be moving now. The flash also going to be utilized and making sure that every single corner is checked. No game of timings that they could potentially lose grip of the round, and there it is, just like that, leaves it down to Darker.
That's a really good awareness from Sen as well. You notice that as John puts the shield on the cove, they swing through it, knowing that Loud are going to be spamming that shield, right? So you know that Loud are going to be having their crosshairs kind of all over the place, in the midst of spraying, or in this situation, just spamming with the bullets. And so they instantly take that timing through. Really good defensive protocol from Sen, showing that they know what they're doing here.
One enemy remaining. Come get me like that.
But to be fair, this is roughly how Lotus started for Loud. They had a very good pistol and managed to get into a decent position.
Yeah, too early to call anything too yet, but we'll see from Loud. Bit of a 1-3-1 setup from them. That cove puts a bit of fear into your heart, doesn't it? They look like they wanted to maneuver forwards towards double doors, potentially try and take mid, but when you see this...
Especially with a Phoenix in the comp, they could be inside of that, getting ready to flash out at any point.
Got to be careful.
You can actually greed over the A main orb as well. Redux doesn't look like he wants to play for it at the moment, but with a Harbor in your comp, you can, something that EDG do, they push their cove a little bit deeper, harden it, and you could just steal those ult orbs as the defenders.
Yeah, a bit of a flip of the script to what the teams are used to, and a lot of noise is being made here. Redux is going to get the acknowledgement that there's players behind this one. The rest of this team is going to be right there behind him, I believe. Sentinels have got players in the right positions now. They are being whittled down. Loud finding it hard pressed to even get past most of this one with the molly at their feet. Tigazine just disrespects it with the dash straight onto side, but there's another high tide. Ripped its way through and forwards. Loud call for silence once more.
Interesting idea from Loud. Threatening like they could have been looking through the left-hand side. That's where the ping on the map is coming from for
30
Sen.
seconds left.
But there is so little time here.
No, there's only 25 seconds left. And with the deep positions of the other Sen players, they just know it's going to be going A.
The clock was a nightmare for Loud in a couple of rounds on Lotus, and what's going on here?
19 seconds. I mean, it's a cove that's been pre-placed by Sen. It's going to be fading away now, but 13 seconds left. What is the call and what is the decision to be made? Flash forwards again. Massive connection. Kills need to be found right now, and it has to be in the form of Loud. Filling up that feed, finally getting it done. It's brute force, but again, it's still tumultuous. All over the place, really. It's the way that this one's going. Jerwin exchange the guns around. Skipping around the map, just trying to avoid most of those bullets. Loud barely getting it over the line.
That's a squeaker, man. There was 5.5 seconds left when they started the plant. And there were still bodies defending a couple of meters away from them.
Yep.
You are not going to You are not going to get away with rounds like that all the time. They're going to have to play it a little bit better. Okay, 6 seconds.
It's not much
That's
better.
tons of time.
It's not much better. It's not much better, I'll say it.
Oh. And I don't think the cut of the noise really did what Erda wanted it to do either. Like you said, they'd already pushed out through B, so they were never wondering where it was going to finish.
Jerwin, we're theorizing. Refract available.
Tukazine's opened the door on the left. This is really dangerous for Jerwin, but he can play around as long as he's got the refract active. Now it wears off and he sticks around. He's confident.
He's definitely that.
Just backing up while there's a smoke in his face.
It's good discipline here from Loud, aware the money situation. There's plenty in the bank that there could be an operator in play. They haven't seen signs of it yet, but they're playing like it.
They know that Redux has the ultimate, and they know that he was holding A in the previous round. This might be a read here to try to fake A and go towards B, hoping to pull that ult out and away.
Luke Shaw. Peppered.
You don't need to commit a body behind this if it's a
No,
fake.
but they are anyway, aren't they? Trying to move forwards. Redux, though, he does have that ult at his expo. Okay, he's going to be... I mean, he needs to be defended. Cortezia, he's got it. And he's got it more when that came from, man. I mean, it's a three-piece from seemingly nowhere. Loud couldn't quite get it together. And there's a late insert of Luke Shaw. What was the play? What was the idea?
I really don't know.
30 seconds left.
I mean, it's just so odd to run a fake where you actually do push your Harbor deep into A. But there is no chance that this spike is going to be recoverable at all for Loud. What a round from Cortezia.
Yeah.
Pulling magic out there. We're looking at Redux thinking, is he ever going to be safe enough to pop an ult in this situation?
Bro's got me stuttering and stammering with the play.
Cortezia had to hold his back, and turns out, actually, Redux wasn't required. Cortezia just kills everyone alone.
Don't worry, mate. I got you.
He is having a better game as well individually than somebody like Luke Shaw that you would directly compare him to on the other side. It's darker playing the Sentinel here for Loud in this comp, but when you compare Cortezia to somebody on the other side, I think Luke Shaw's the more apt comparison personally. And Luke Shaw's had a bit of a quiet day. He hasn't been able to find that incredible form that he normally demonstrates or the good timings he finds. Instead, Cortesia's had round after round, actually, where he pulls stuff like this out.
Yeah.
He wasn't even the top fragger on Lotus. I think he ended up somewhere towards the bottom, and he still had some incredibly good rounds.
We're talking about it, though, is consistency.
Yeah.
He's up there.
Well, there's a lot of pressure now on Loud to deliver. Their economy's not good.
Yeah, we'll see, though. What can they do, and what have they got at their disposal? Already a ton of Utah going to be offloaded up towards this B site. Has to go their way. Has to be successful here. And now, Loud. Let's see what they got.
Renova uma cage na direita. Calma aí. Checa a câmera quando conseguir.
Eu coloquei uma close
no canto. E estica o câmera. Eu vou jogar close nessa smoke. Eu vou smocar paredão de... Ah, não. Fazer no import. Faz smocar.
Ok.
Eu vou colocar
na direita, esquerda também. Agora jogo da... Tem um na direita. Direita na smoke, na copa.
Tá.
Ah, só vou fazer tempo para o Davi ultar.
Mano, vai acabar. Vamos ganhar no tempo. Vai acabar esse smoke. Só dentro até agora.
Tá na copa.
2 no bomb, backside. Comendo. Phoenix bomb. Tem que dar choque. E spot tem 5.
Tá. Primeiro faz o choque. Na primeira faz o push out.
Dois
comendo.
Baixa.
Aí, manda comer. Matei um.
Matou o defuse. Tá, choque. Vou botar o defuse. Vai acabar a smoke, boa. Cobre ele.
Tem que matar
o defuse. Matou o defuse. Ai. Valeu, fez metade.
Ah, ainda tem, guys.
Fez isso aí.
Oh, that half-earned prior, I mean, that just saves Sentinels there.
Down to
Tight
the
as
wire.
the timing, it really was down to the wire.
But that's a devastating round loss from Loud. They put their all into that. It had to be where they found a little bit of momentum, got a toe grip into the map. And instead, they can't get it done.
No.
2 seconds still available. The retake, the team fighting and the way that Sen swing off each other, and again, Cortesia's just raw aim. 7-1.
Not slowing down, and Loud cannot catch a break. We talked about it. They're going to have to dig deep here on Sentinel's map pick. Otherwise, it's looking like Sen are just really going to be walking away with this. A day of one-sided matches. Feels like a week at this point.
And Breeze should have been a really comfortable map for Loud. It's one that they've actually picked into a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Like, they like playing this map. They've just changed their composition in the previous, so it's not like they've got the most match experience with this exact lineup, but still, I really thought that this would be a series that was neck and neck, and instead it hasn't been at all. There's been gaps, massive gaps between these two teams.
Now, there's some weight behind the words of Ewok when they were saying they're playing for that top 2 spot in their group.
Yeah. Well, I was confused by Romanilli's coach interview, actually. He seemed to think that everyone was going to Sao Paulo.
Bad news for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you.
Case.
You don't make top 4 in stage 2, you ain't going to Brazil. Who's going to tell him?
Who is going to tell him here? It's risky business. Loud. Obviously on the eco, but that was a danger player. Stickerzine with the blades, and can't even get the consolation kill there. No trade in sight, not with that light speed dash active. Lucio no, the last one. Lepton, not for much longer. It's going to be joining his comrades straight to the grave. That is 5-1 now.
And this
Sentinels are, listen, it's one-sided.
It's one-sided, and we're starting to get into similar territory that we were at Lotus, where the ults are now going to start to go out of whack too. There's one last chance here, really, for Loud to be able to use Harbor ult, maybe a Cosmic Divide or something to put together an interesting round. And Romanilli's going to call the tack timeout to try to push that one across the line and come up with a game plan. But if they fail right now, in this very next round, the whole map might be gone. The whole series might be gone. This is their last chance to stabilize.
Big ult at their disposal. They've got to cook something up. They have to.
But the ults are also available on the other side of things too, and that's one of the things that we didn't discuss too much with the Waylay pick. But that Waylay ult could be destructive.
I mean, with how tight the time's gotten, I think, as well.
Absolutely.
You think being able to slow down, you save that in your back pocket, the plan starts going down. Just one convergent pass, you're going to be dismissing it completely.
We were really excited about this newer talent that was coming into Loud. It looked like they were rebuilding and putting the pieces in the right place. Bringing over David from Portugal as well, player that's been hanging around those up-and-coming levels of EMEA. But it's not come together today.
No.
It was Stickerzine that we were more excited about, I think. But he's not had his moments to be able to dominate and take over in the way that we were expecting. It's Davi who's actually at the top of the scoreboard for Loud, but that's not actually necessarily a good sign for things here because he's 4-4.
Yeah, that's that. You're in round 7, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not good at all.
They need to pick some other rounds up, and they need to be able to get themselves into like advantage spots in the post plants.
It's still early days enough, at least in stage 2. I think that we're still left guessing as to where the groups are going to be settling.
Bren, why is my Sova opping?
Is it Mimi playing? Don't know. Listen, why not? You're 5-1 up.
I think it's because Jonah just wants a passive position to rip his ult as well.
Potentially. You can see the Reckoning is going to be sweeping forwards to try and cut this away, but there it is. Sova Operator.
I'll never doubt you again.
No.
He was opping, you know, for G2 previously, playing stuff like Sage.
Watching here.
Why not?
Pulled it out. They got money in the bank. Why not? Spend it. What's the difficulties? Darker, pretty essential kill that he needs to find here. He's got the cage potentially. What you doing, any cam? Trying to take selfies while he's in the middle of this 1v1 fight, and it gets taken towards the back of the site. Refract is even better than that. Saturate, just lay it down and defeat Sentinels! My God!
It's
have a day off!
It's absolutely flawless.
I'm going to sit back down.
Have a day off? We haven't even seen them. This is their first day at the job.
But listen, it's in good spirits.
It's
in good spirits from me.
Your workers just hired somebody. They come in first day and show everybody else up. Like, yeah, bro, relax. You're increasing the standards for us.
Okay.
It's clinical. I was even wondering in this round, it's a little bit strange that Jonah P hasn't used his Hunter's Fury to stop the plant from going down. And instead, they don't need him. They've almost got 5 ults available. This is where things get out of hand, because Loud have got enough to be able to buy again, but the ult disparity is enormous.
That's the lost bonus kicking in, isn't it? So Cosmic Divide to try and feign like you could be going for the AE split. Meanwhile, Luke Show just trying to slip the net past it, but it's John QT this time with the Operator. It's time to shine, apparently.
Passing it around like a family heirloom.
Yeah. Exchanging hands all the way through, and then the Cosmic Divide is going to be remaining up for just a few more moments.
Spike planted.
Triple holding.
Triple high-low. Bullets, oh my God. Hold your breath for that.
They were triple holding, but then they smoked themselves off from the angle that they were trying to get a pick on.
Holding this one. I mean, this top bridge position has been a nightmare for them. Liberty's taken. Now we're going to see the Hunter's Fury flying forwards. High Tide as well. Going to be ripping his way forwards along with that convergent passes. An abundance of ultimates now being utilized. Pushing them back and away. Darker and Erde find a footing now. Step straight past that one. The unexpected timing is the best one. And the trip as well points out the positioning of Cortezia, no long for the world. 6-2. Finally, another round to break up some of this momentum.
And this time, the post-plant aggression is together. They pick a timing to go through the harbor wall, but they do it together. All 3 of them. They also dodge the Waylay ult, which makes an enormous difference. Otherwise, German would have picked them off easily. But look at it. It's coordinated. They're not just individuals taking their timings. They're a team. Good. Loud have remembered how to play Valorant together. They need more spots like that. Yeah, we do.
A little bit more of that, please.
Jilwin finally gets the Operator.
This time back through the mid double door Zhang. Dart towards the top of it. Cage with a refractor peel back. The shot just going wide. John QT left as a bit of an insert, and that pit is going to be posing some problems, I think, if Loud choose to go back over towards B.
It also just means that Sen can stack 3 bodies in mid. They don't need to be too worried about putting bodies on the B site itself.
No.
And mid's a much nicer position for Redux to play in because it will let him be able to flood in and help his teammates easier.
I'm going to go for a B split here. What is the call from Loud?
The Sova op
in your face
is a brand new meta in this game.
They swapped it around for Tigazine, I think, to entry with the rifle, but the drone spotted him. Yeah, tagged up. He didn't really know where to stand in a spot like that. A little bit too overwhelming for him. Again, the side control given up, and Jonah P, it's a hell of a fight to win. Cross map there with Erde taken out. It takes away time pressure. There'll be no Astra util to be using in a post.
How is Redux going to feel comfortable to ult here if they don't know if someone's repushed elbow? It does feel awkward to use Phoenix here.
Yeah, he's still going to be popping this one off now, along with more ult sweater at it, but that's letting him up across the side. Darker pushing forwards as post-plant aggression, paying off now for Loud. Darker being that difference maker. 2v3 though still. Jonah P rapidly approaching from the flank and finally reveals his hand. A lot of noise being made, but the time is ticking away and just tucking to the side, dodging and weaving. Luke Show, 3 kills in a round for him. Lays it underneath his name.
Loud are picking themselves up here. This has now been 2 rounds in a row where they managed to deal with a difficult situation and then put together some coordinated post-plant aggro. Good clearance on Cortesia. Sen not actually helping their teammate enough in that situation, probably. And the flood defense not coming through in the way that they would have liked it to. Redux getting shut down on his Phoenix ult super early. Very aggro angles that Loud were holding.
And that post-line aggression is really the key to it, to be honest. The way that Loud have put these rounds together.
Yeah, it's the big thing in the meta right now. If you're playing Breeze, you can't just let the defending team set up the perfect retakes on you. You've always got to be trying to disrupt it.
Gearing up here. It's an attack side operator, Tigazine. Orb timing. Up and down. He doesn't get to choose it, though. Cortesia.
Trying to get Joe in posted on a really deep angle on the other side, but the timing picked now to pop into B.
Slave Bite is going to be dropped down preemptively. Cortesia. Okay, he's nice. He's good with it. I'm seeing a flash through and around, but it's going to be walls and smokes in your face now. Redux, a second wave of things, throwing out the util. There's no plant intact just yet. Loud are still gearing up, trying to get their bearings. I think in the midst of all of this one, calling for that pause and a bit of patience to be played. Storm Surge leveled all the way out here. Fights to be taken on multiple fronts and still darker. This time accounted for. Cortesia not stopped. Still locking it down towards the back of this site with Jonah P as the reinforcement. What can this team do? 11-3. Might be that 12th one. Davido has something to say about it. Shuts it down entirely, but just steps way too far. Way too wide. Jerwin had it accounted for.
I like this approach from Sentinels. They come in behind that high tide, flood 3 players into the site, and Loud don't really have an answer for it. Don't have a way to be able to get through the wall. Get stuck. Cortesia has just been immaculate. The aim is so clean, so crisp, very controlled. He's just been racking up kill after kill every time they come to his site. He's dominating, 11-4. Across 10 rounds.
You've seen this one before.
Toxins going up.
Here it comes again, Harbor all into B, and they are trying to push forwards into this.
This is an aggro hold towards the choke point. Now, I reckon he might just skip past a multitude of these players. Redux trying to insert himself in through the smoke, spraying away, but he lost track of where all these players are. Same can be said on the other side of things. Cortesia again announced himself to the conversation. Just causes enough concern, John QT. And slipped up on there.
Oh, he's fast with the movement reaction, though.
Yeah, gets out. But fast onto the flank as well. He goes both ways. Luke Shaw, what is that? Plenty of players accosting the position. The tag, though, is great. Jonah P.
Oh, what a
preempting where that movement was going to be. Luke Shaw now inside this. What a timing to take. And now it's just down to that 1v1. Luke Shaw again. He's done brilliantly in a spot like this. Has to swap around the guns. Doesn't know where John QT's position could be. Now the defuse. Stuck down. Half earned already. But it dissipates away. 7 bullets remaining. That's all Luke Shaw's got to deal with. Now knows it's off of it. Still another tap. John QT is no more. Turns to ashes. And spread out to the win there. It's a Red Bull clutch. Earned up from Luke Shaw. Necessary stuff.
That's the Luke Shaw takeover round that we've been waiting for. It's taken a map and a half. But this is the kind of miracle round that he pulls out of absolutely nowhere. After Jonah P is distracting for the other flank to come through, the 90-degree flick to whack an opponent and then to take it timing through a smoke is crazy.
Absurd selection of kills.
Yeah, there's also a big difference in attitude there, isn't there? Luke Shaw's giving it, and John's got the confidence to smile back at him.
Aggro play off the rip outside of B main. Calls for that fast reaction. Loud, they make the right move with it. The snake bite dropped down because he's got to be careful here. He wasn't running up, otherwise he would have been done in just then and there. Gets him a bit of a pocket to play in and gives some entirety to side control over towards A. But again, that post-line aggression, we've been calling it out. It's been essential. The way that Loud have been winning these rounds, and they want to take it one step further forwards. Now, towards the back of it, though, plenty of players now, and Redux just not quite ready for that fight to be taken. Jerwin, though, does at least respond. Turns it into that 4v4. Dart finally broken, dealt with, tip-tapping away. Got to see it straight there, but he is taken out once more. Tigazine, 10 HP, barely anything at all. One bullet to the chest, finally bringing him down. And Darker, late to the party. He's got a lot to do from a spot like this, and unfortunately, looks like Sentinels have an inclination as to where he could be seen and playing. There's Clove, perfect to play around here. No kills going his way whatsoever. 8 rounds is what it's going to be here for Sentinels.
John's done such a good idea of just staying alive in a lot of these rounds, so there's always Cove diffuse pressure towards the late round. That's what made Luxio's clutch in the prior so impressive, the way that he played around that. Honestly, I don't even mind this round from Loud. They at least push up together. They at least trying to take the fights together. I think Sen just got the read and outclassed them. Better team fighting. But Loud did start to get into things a little bit there. It's still them on the wrong end.